So here's the game begin. 1 e4 e5, knight to f3, knight to c6, bishop to c4, knight to f6, d3. Very standard opening and played by majority of the people. h6, h3, bishop to c5, pretty standard. Playing the move a3, a5, not allowing white to play the move b4, bishop to a2, short castle. Knight to c3, simply developing the pieces. And here we have d6, knight to e2, trying to maneuver the knight from e2 to g3 to f5. Good idea. And here black goes for playing the move d5. Good move, I guess. Trying to open up the center. Knight into d5. And I guess white will castle. Okay, we have knight to g3, still fine. And I guess it's already equal because black got this opportunity to open up the center. I guess now black should develop the bishop to e6. Yeah, that's a good move. Bishop to e6, simply developing the pieces. Short castle. The position is around about equal, I guess. Queen to d7 maybe, yeah. Queen to d7, yeah. Eyeing on the h3 pawn, there could be some potential sacrifices on h3. So we have bishop into d5. I didn't personally like this move because now black is having the bishop pair. Okay, now taking on e4 is not a good idea because black simply gave up the advantage of bishop pair. Rook d8, I guess still the position is round about even. I guess black is having slight advantage still because of the open d file. c3, rook d8, yeah, that's simply rook of d8. Oh, okay, even playing the move a4, even better. A very strong move, trying to simply... now the b2 pawn and e3 pawn are simply backward pawns. And now, yeah, a4 pawn is extremely strong. Bishop e3, simply take the pawn, yeah. Now white is having double pawns on the e file. Black is having just tremendously good position to be true. Practically it's lost because now black is having ideas like knight f5 and the idea could be to play the move knight to c4 on knight b3. Okay, first playing the move f6, protecting the e5 pawn. And now yeah, rook c1, now comes knight f5. Yeah, go for it. Knight to f5, yeah, that's good idea. Oh, okay, here we have knight rook c2, maybe knight c4, yeah, good idea, good move. Now e3 pawn is hanging, so white must protect it. Yeah, rook e2, and now maybe rook can simply penetrate. Or maybe e5 could be even a good idea. Okay, simply going for the e3 pawn, but white can simply defend it by playing the move king f2. The question is how black will respond then. Okay, white played the move knight to h4, simply giving up the pawn on e3. Black can happily capture this pawn. With the knight or with the rook? Captured with the knight. Hitting this rook, the rook goes to c1. Black can simply trade off the rooks if black wants, or simply come back with knight to c4. Black comes knight c4, idea is a rook d2, a very strong move coming up. Black is playing extremely solid. Rook to d2, a good move, I guess, yeah. Double attack on the pawn on b2, and the rook is also hanging on e2. So this might turn into a... Okay, so here white simply lost another pawn. Knight to e2 check, king f7 simply. Knight to d5. Black can simply trade off the pawn, rooks. sc6 is also a good move, kicking the knight from the good outpost on d5. Now maybe knight to b4 would be in the game, or knight to b... Yeah, knight to b4 maybe. First rook trade and now knight to b6 maybe, yeah. That be the idea. Okay, rook to b1. Black simply captured the knight, takes, and I guess this endgame is winning. Black can simply push the pawn, and he can even take the pawn. It's still winning the game. Rook into b7, king to g6. What's happening? The position is definitely good for black, but definitely the rook endgames are always tricky. It's always interesting to see. Rook to d3, simply trying to capture the c3 pawn. Rook c7, and now black simply advances up the king. Rook to c4, simply king f. I guess simply pushing up the like h5, h4, then trying to advance the king. Yesterday it's good. King to e2. Rook check, okay. King to f4, f2. Rook to d3. Okay, white is fine with the draw. Definitely. Now, okay, white can't really capture the pawn because the f3 pawn would be c3 pawn would be hanging. And yeah, it's definitely a good position for black. But now, okay, now black is having a pass pawn on a5. This should be okay. This is a bit tricky, but yeah, it's winning. It's winning completely for sure. Rook into pawn. simply grab the pawn, try to push the a pawn, win the game. It's a check. Yeah, simply capture the third last pawn as well. Okay, you can just simply push the pawn, or you can a good idea would be to defend the pawn. Exactly, that's a good move. Now, okay, he captured the pawn. Now it's a bit tricky to be true. It's a bit tricky though. I guess because of the e5 pawn, black can still win the game. It's still winning for black. Nothing is happening much. Black can simply push the pawn to e4. Yeah, good idea. Now we have rook to a6. Black, yeah, a3 a good move. If white trades off the pawn, captures the pawn, it would lead to a king pawn endgame and it's winning for black. Just bring the king and it's winning. Yeah, it's completely winning now. It's completely winning. White is having the rating of 2060, I guess. It's completely winning now. Well played by white, but in the end of the day, black won the game. Yeah, now simply comes king to d2 and black will simply make the queen. That's it for the day. Yep. I guess white is about to resign, or white will play till the mate. Yeah, it's 2 move mate now. Like, okay, it's also mate, yeah. GG. Good game.